How's it going, everyone? We are coming up on the release of my most anticipated game of the year. I'm pretty confident and comfortable in saying that. I mean, it's my most anticipated game of the year. It doesn't have to be your most anticipated game of the year, but damn it, I think for a lot of you guys, it's your most anticipated game of the year as well. And that is the sequel to the Final Fantasy VII Remake in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. A long time coming for this one, and I am incredibly excited for it. It is releasing on February the 29th, and I want to go over some huge things that you should know about the game before you spend your $70. Now, I already know what you guys are gonna say in the comment section. Too late, bro. I already bought the game. Too late, bro. I already bought the highest end edition. Too late, bro. I already took out 2 mortgages and I bought 600 copies of the game. Her. Yes, I get it. The majority of you guys already bought the game, but why not continue to talk about it? Why not amp up the excitement level? I'm not gonna go over every specific detail about the game, but some of the more interesting things, if you have yet to pre-order the game, that you should be aware of. Now, I did a video previously talking about an element of this game in terms of pre-order bonuses that you should absolutely be aware of, and I really want to start off with that right off the top. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys, please like this video and do leave a comment with your thoughts. It really does help out the channel a lot, and it is much appreciated. Now, if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I imagine 99% of you have, the version that you might want to consider buying is the digital version, the twin pack that includes Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the pre-order, and immediately you get a copy of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. You've got a little over 3 weeks until Rebirth officially releases. That is probably enough time to finish Remake, but man, you're gonna be on go mode as far as playing that game. But definitely do play Remake. I get it, even in Square Enix's FAQ that I have pulled up right here, they do note that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a standalone game that welcomes fans and newcomers alike. In the standalone adventure, Cloud and his comrades venture across the planet, their fates unwritten, making every step in the expansive world outside of Midgar fresh and mysterious. The in-game menu offers a story recap video of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, you guys know how I feel about recap videos in general. They're fine. However, they should be used as a complimentary device for those of you that have played the game, but maybe it's been a couple of years and you just want a refresher. That's fine. This is an expansive JRPG that is very much narrative-driven. Do not skip Remake. Again, you get it with your pre-order of the game digitally, and you can buy it super cheap, so come on now. Unfortunately, the version of the game that a lot of you guys ended up buying when I did that video was the Best Buy version, because you got a free steelbook with it as well. As I'm recording this video, on Best Buy's site, they are no longer promoting the steelbook directly. They still have an image listed for the steelbook, but if you add it to your cart, they're only saying you get the regular pre-order bonus, which is like the in-game accessory. That steelbook looks absolutely dope. It's got Sephiroth, Tifa, and Aerith. It's literally the same as the box art, but replace Cloud and Zack with Tifa and Aerith. I really believe that's going to be a collector's item, and there was somebody in that other video that pointed out in the comment section that's like, that steelbook may look innocuous, but that is the kind of thing that in a couple of years will be a big collector's item among people, and I genuinely believe that as well. Like, I think that's gonna go for like $100 on eBay in a couple of years max, and it's a literal free pre-order bonus on Best Buy for a game that most of you guys were gonna get anyway. So that's the edition that I would recommend, but again, it looks like the steelbook might not be offered anymore. If you go in store, your mileage may vary, but that is the physical version I would recommend. And then there is also the deluxe edition, which is going for $100. That includes the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth base game, art book, mini soundtrack, and the steelbook case. And again, the steelbook for the deluxe edition looks quite great as well. It's got Zack and Cloud on it. Looks great. That's probably the selling point for the deluxe edition. There is a Square Enix exclusive collector's edition, $350. It's out of stock. The thing about the Square Enix store is that they charge you immediately, which is kind of whack these days, but you know, it's out of stock. I'm sure you can get it through a secondhand seller and pay an arm and a leg and a third mortgage for it. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. But that is something that I imagine most of you guys are going to be okay with not getting, the $350 edition, that is. Lastly, I do want to note that there is the digital deluxe twin pack that is available for $90, and it includes a digital mini soundtrack, digital art book, magic pot, a summoning materia, accessory reclaimant choker, and the armor bracelet. So you can get that for $90 if you do want to get the digital Digital Deluxe Edition digitally. One more thing I want to note before we get into the general overview of the game, there is a State of Play coming up on February the 6th. Alongside that State of Play, it is rumored that there is going to be a demo release. I really should take rumored out of it. It's pretty much confirmed that there's going to be a demo release. It's already up on the PlayStation Store's back end, and yeah, the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo, and players will earn the in-game item, the Koopa Charm Survival Set. The Rebirth demo is very much like how Final Fantasy VII Remake got a demo just a few weeks ahead of that game's release, once again happening with Rebirth as well, so that'll offer you a bit of a taste of the game, and for those of you not sold on the game, you can go play that demo. Really, for the majority of people, the demo is just something that they're gonna play to get their hands on the game a little early and get a taste of the game, and they're just excited for it on that standpoint. But it should be fantastic to check that out as well, and I'm sure that'll give you a little bit of gameplay to sink your teeth into come February the 6th alongside that State of Play event. But now some general information. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be the follow-up to Remake and will be a far more expansive game. Now you'll be exploring various open levels, and there will be a lot more exploration within an open world. Join your friends as you journey across a wide open world. Each region feels unique, boasting different enemies to encounter and different methods of traversal in its terrains. Search high and low to unlock new quests and unearth rare treasures. You've got some of these regions' details. You've got grasslands, a vast, verdant expanse of land rich with Mako. These plains are dotted with smaller outposts and planetary fonts waiting to be discovered. Adventure lies beyond the swamplands. You've got Under Junon, former capital of the eponymous Republic. This once bustling port town fell into decline after its destruction at the hands of Shinra. You've got Junon itself. You've got the Gold Saucer, and so on and so forth. That is just a small taste of the various regions you're gonna have to explore. Countless quests and other diversions await you on your journey, while the main story is going to offer you a sizable amount of content. Really, the content gets heightened to an exponential degree when you include the side content, when you include the element of those of you going for the Platinum Trophy. Yeah, this is going to be a big undertaking. A brief stop along your adventure could lead you to unearth useful treasures or make other fascinating discoveries as well. If you're familiar with the original Final Fantasy VII, the portion of the remake that the game covered really was the introductory portion of the game. It was expanded quite a bit, but it's still the introductory portion of the overarching narrative that is Final Fantasy VII. With Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you are really getting to the heart of the story and to the heart of the content, and expect that content to be much more expansive than what you had in the remake. The remake had various quests and things expanded upon. That's going to be the case in Rebirth as well, given that you're taking that middle portion of Final Fantasy VII. This is not the final part, this is a trilogy, so keep that in mind as well, but you are going to be expanding it quite a bit on that front as well. And remember, as a story backdrop, to get into that a little bit, after escaping from the dystopian city of Midgar, Cloud and his friends set out on a journey across the planet. New adventures await in a vibrant and vast world. Sprint across grassy plains on a chocobo and explore expansive environments. You've got an expansive world. As the party searches for Sephiroth, you'll explore the beautiful expansive regions of the world and open up new areas to discover. Dig deeper into the world of Final Fantasy VII with rewarding side content and minigames, plus various unique forms of transportation to navigate the world. An evolved battle system as well combines strategic thinking with thrilling action combat alongside your combats, including newly added characters. Deepen their relationship to unleash powerful team-based combos as well. Beyond the Walls of Fate, in a standalone adventure for fans and newcomers, Cloud and his comrades venture across the planet, their fates unwritten, making each step outside the dystopian city of Midgar fresh and mysterious. That is from the official page of the game, just giving you guys a brief overview. One final thing I do want to note, the game was promoted on the fact that it will be available on 2 discs. Much like PlayStation games of old, the game will be coming on multiple discs if you do buy the game physically. The download size for the game will be 145 gigabytes. This is one of the largest single-player games I think we've ever seen. This may be the largest single-player game we have ever seen. With games like Red Dead Redemption 2, you can make the argument they have an online component, and so many other games that are well over 100 gigabytes, they have an online component attached to them as well. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is still a true single-player RPG experience, and it's going to clock in at 145 gigabytes, which is absolutely massive. Get the storage space ready on your PlayStation 5, especially if you're rocking the initial NVMe solution. Standard Edition, the preload will go live on February the 27th at midnight, and the official release will be on February the 29th. Remember, demo is probably going to be dropping on February the 6th. That's going to sell you on this game much more than I could do. This is really just an opportunity for us to gush about the game. I know for the majority of you watching watching the game again, you've already bought this game, you may have bought the deluxe edition, you may know the general info about it, but it's gonna be pretty exciting to revisit the cast of Final Fantasy VII, and along with that, get into this element of this unknown journey, because I'm excited about that more than anything, as I've reiterated in previous videos. Final Fantasy VII is an iconic game. It's a game that I've played through several times at this point, and the narrative is incredible, but going into the remake, I did want something a little bit different. You know, I was one of those people, even before the remake came out, well before that, I was like, man, it'd be cool if they did change some things, but I get why they're not. They want to stay true to the original, and people would be so upset if they did change things. Well, they decided to change things, and it seems like most people aren't that upset about it, and they're excited for this wild ride that this trilogy is going to end up being, and I know I'm excited for it. You know, I am a little bit disappointed that we heard that Vincent isn't going to be a playable character in this game, but I'm sure, and I would imagine that, you know, they did intermission for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I would imagine that Rebirth is gonna get some sort of DLC. What better way to sell you guys on that DLC than having one of the beloved characters of the Final Fantasy VII universe in Vincent star that DLC? I'm just offering that to you guys. I have no facts to back that. This is not a report, anything like that, but if I'm thinking from Square Enix's lens on how do we maximize the return on FF7 Rebirth, and if we're gonna do a DLC expansion like we did with Remake, that's exactly how I would personally handle it. But that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.